I want to segue into a kind of a separate area, because I think the Romano case, kind of our last few minutes here, and talk about that a little bit, is, and Marshall, I'm going to start with you. So we kind of made our circle again, is what if you have an agreement and the parties say, hey, we share joint, but really they don't? Under Romano now, can you go back and seek to modify, to conform the agreement to the law on how the law defines custody?
I had a lawyer write in. I think it might do our audience some good to tell them basically what happened in Romano.
Yes.
We had a contested divorce case, and they had, I think, 7 or 6 or 7 or 8 kids. They had this horribly complex custody arrangement, which they defined as joint legal and physical custody. But in reality, some of the kids were mainly with dad, and some of the kids were mainly with mom. And that was the reality on the ground when they made their agreement. And what the district court judge did, 8 months after the divorce, dad walked in and said, I want you to recognize a de facto change in custody, because these kids actually live with me. Those kids actually live with her. And I want the court to recognize what the existing arrangement is. And the district court said, no, this was the reality when you made the deal that you made. So the lesson for Romano really is be careful what you agree to, and don't agree to things that are not true, and then ask the court to change the order based on what was actually true at the time that you made the agreement. Now, a lawyer wrote into me and asked, does this mean that the de facto custody case law is gone? And my answer was no. It just means that it has to have occurred since the time of the last custodial order. So if the last custodial order was that the parties had joint, and after that things changed on the ground, the doctrine is still alive, and you can still ask the court to recognize a de facto change in custody. But if that was true when you made your agreement, you may be boxing yourself in a way that you don't want to. And the judge could refuse to recognize the reality of the situation. You could be held to the fantasy that doesn't reflect the matter on the ground. I may have gone so far around the bend that I didn't answer the question you asked. I'm not sure. Frankly, I forget.